Ha! We're live. Things are here. We're playing Netrunner. Hello, I'm Merrick.
Hi, I'm Justin.
Um, we are playing Netrunner here on Twitch. Android Netrunner, the original, well, not original game, but the game published by Fantasy Flight Games. Originally created by Richard Garfield and published by Wizards of the Coast. Then licensed to Fantasy Flight Games. And Fantasy Flight Games threw in their Android setting on top of the Netrunner rules. Netrunner came out in like 2012 and ran for 6 years before they announced it was canceled in 2018, and I was a sad panda.
Womp womp, yeah.
Yeah. But it lives on. There's a bunch of like super cool people called Project Nisei that are publishing new cards and running tournaments, and they're very cool. We are just playing with an original core set for this particular video. And Justin, how much Netrunner have you played?
I think I've maybe played 10 games with you over when you were really high on it, and then just like you, I probably haven't played since your tournament days, so probably a good 4 years at least.
Yeah.
And so yeah, you're refreshing my memory so that I can get good again and do this right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get dismantled tonight, but that's okay.
We'll see. We'll
give them a good show.
Janky starter core decks. Nothing deck built.
No surprises.
Yeah. But yeah, my tournament days. So when Netrunner first came out, I was super excited, and my buddy Ian, he picked it up and we tried to play it and could not understand it. And then like a year later, I was like, okay, no, let's do this. And we played again and we figured it out and we started buying into it. And then I played probably 5 days a week. And then I had like another friend and I would meet on our lunch breaks at Starbucks downtown and just play a game or two for an hour, like every work day. And then yeah, went to tournaments, went to store championships, regionals down in Calgary. I went to the nationals in Vancouver one time. I actually topped
that's
16.
so awesome.
I got 16th place in the nationals in Vancouver.
Well done.
Yeah.
Legendary.
Top 8'd in regionals in Calgary. That back on the wall right there is actually a 2015 store championship.
Nice.
I love this game.
I know you got your where's your playmats? You got so much Netrunner loot too.
You know what? There's Netrunner right here. Look at this. 2015 regional championship right there. It's just sitting beside
your tourney loot. I remember.
Oh yeah, actually here, I've got these. These are all my acrylic tokens.
Your chits, yeah.
Yeah. So there's Team Covenant ones in here, and then some of the regional tournament ones gave these 5 credit markers.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, this one was, I think this was a store championship, which was the Femme Fatale tokens. You got 3 of these, and then so they've got the Femme on one side, and then the Criminal Skull etched on the other side.
Ooh la la. Nice.
Yeah. Oh, and when I lived on Vancouver Island, there's a strong Netrunner scene down in Victoria. So shout out to you folks down there. One of them made 3D printed side dice, which are not rules we're going to be playing with today. But yeah, there's a red one and a white one.
That's wicked. That's really cool.
So much fun stuff, so much investment and love in this game. And I think it's probably the best card game I've ever played. I think it's the best designed game. It's had like
sorry Magic.
Yeah, sorry Magic. I mean, Magic's fun, but it's not something that I super enjoy. Whereas Netrunner,
the universe of Netrunner is so cool.
That too.
It's the coolest. That's my thing about it. Is every card has such depth to it, and and just the story and the universe that they've built around it is just so entertaining and interesting.
Yeah. And just bright and shiny the way some Cyberpunk is not, which is one thing I appreciate.
Yeah, it's got some character.
So yeah, we're gonna play some core set stuff today, and if we have fun, maybe we'll build some decks and add packs in, or maybe we'll jump into the future and play with the whole card pool. Whatever we feel like doing, and other players who might potentially come and play.
That'd be cool. That'd be great. I mean, yeah, if I get into this, I'll just start building decks because that's always fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Get those interactions going.
All right. Well, let's kick this off. So, for anybody who has never seen Netrunner before, it's an asynchronous game. There's somebody plays a runner who is a hacker, and somebody plays a corporation, which is a big corporation. The corporation is trying to advance and score their agendas. The runner is trying to be a thief and steal the agendas. So all the points are in my deck, and it's the first to 7 points to win. So Justin is going to be running at me and trying to take my stuff, and I'm going to be trying to keep them out or destroy them.
It's going to destroy me.
Yeah! Alright, so we draw 5 cards, and we get 5 credits. Corporation always goes first. Ooh, yeah, I'm gonna mulligan. So, just an explainer for people of cards in my hand. I've got 2 agendas, one worth 3 points, one worth 2 points. I don't want those in my hand. I've got an 8 cost ice, a 3 cost ice. Ice are the defensive measures, and 1 trap. The trap is good, but I have no money, and I have 5 points in a 7-point game. I don't want those in my hand. I bet there's a faster way to drop cards out of your hand. Anyways, so I'm taking my mulligan, draw 5. Justin, you now have your 5 cards in hand. What you're probably looking for is money. An icebreaker would be great. And, if you have a desperado in your hand, you keep that hand. So, would you like to mulligan or keep?
I think I'll keep.
Alright. So Corp goes first. The runner gets 4 clicks, which is 4 actions every turn. The Corp gets 3 clicks, but they also have a mandatory draw. So the corporation will lose if they deck, but the runner will not lose if they draw out. They lose if they're forced to discard, and they cannot. And there's a bunch of other win and lose things. But so I do my mandatory draw. Cool. And so I'm going to... Whoa. How do I tell it to make sure that ice come down face down? There's got to be a setting that when you install a card, right?
Flip in hand?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, just press F before you pull it out of your hand.
Great idea. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to Ice Ice Baby, as they call it, which is Ice Ice Credit. So first click ice, second click ice, third click, take 1 credit. And I'm done. That's off to you.
Alright, just a quick review of what I can do.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So I'll click to gain. Oh wait, I start with 5 credits. What am I worried about?
You do. You got 5. If you have a hedge, no, I get hedge funds. If you have a sure gamble in hand, that's a great first click. Turns 5 credits into 9.
I think I'm going to click and spend 1 to put bank job down.
Ooh, love bank job. So place 8 credits from the bank on bank job when it's installed. When there are no credits left on bank job, trash it. Whenever you make a successful run on a remote server, instead of accessing cards, you may take any number of credits from bank job. So I don't currently have any remote servers, but it is going to be a good one. So you got 10 credits there right now. There's a 3-er. Oh no, I just looked wrong.
Worse.
Ignore me.
Okay.
Look at those pretty Team Covenant reproduce tokens.
And resources I have to have out already to use them, right?
That's right. Events are the ones that you play from hand and they start happening.
Okay, so I'll click and put out decoy.
Ooh, that's a good one. So you can trash it to avoid receiving a tag, and that's not an action, so you can do it as a response.
Cool.
And then that's 1 more credit spent.
Okay. And then I will click to get a credit. And then programs I can spend, like I can play as I need them when I encounter that. Okay.
No, so you do have to spend a click to install them first.
Oh,
and
okay.
Then, yeah.
I see.
When you're in a run, like you've only got what's in your board. You can like never get things out of your hand, especially in the core set. There's ways, but they're complicated and further in the card pool.
Gotcha. Okay, well, this is a very defensive start for me.
Yeah.
I will just click to draw 1 card and finish her there.
Sounds good. I mean, definitely as you're learning as well, right? Everything the corp does is terrifying because you don't know what they're doing.
Right.
All right, so first things first, I'm going to draw 1 card as the mandatory draw. Okay. First click, I'm going to draw a card.
Right.
Second click, I am going to install a card in a remote server. And third click, I am going to protect it with a piece of ice. That's my turn.
Nice. Okay. Okay. All right. So I'll spend an action to put
Ooh, ninja.
Ninja down.
So 4 credits, which means you're broke.
I'm so broke.
Viewers at home, a ninja is an icebreaker. This particular one is a killer, which means it breaks sentries. Sentries are the things that hurt you. Barriers are the ones that stop you. Code gates are the ones that do weird things. And this is where you learn about memory. So every runner basically has 4 memory. You've now used 1 for this program.
Cool. And then I'm going to... What am I going to do? I guess I need money, don't I? Get a credit. What is the symbol that's 2 squares connected at the corner mean?
Link. So that is right here, and basically if I trace you to give you a tag or to find out where you are, we're gonna do a trace. So it's kind of like a blind bid where my trace strength is whatever the trace says. So say it's trace 3 opposed by your link strength. So if you have link 1, it's like having a free single credit. So if I've got trace 3 and you've got link 1, then I put a secret number of credits in my hand. You put a secret number of credits in your hand. Then we reveal them together. If I equal or exceed you, then you are traced.
Okay. I'm not sure what am I doing. Okay. I will make a run.
Ooh, we're starting a run. What click are you running on?
I just flipped my third click.
Cool. Yeah, running last click is a desperate thing, which often leads to runners dying.
Oh, well, then I'm doing great.
Yeah. All right, so you pick a server. Which server would you like to run on? All right, running on the remote server, which of course makes sense. You've got your bank job. So,
right.
You approach the piece of ice. I choose whether to res it or not. I will. It reses for 0. It's a data mine.
Nice.
Trap, AP, which means anti-personnel. It does not have a sentry subtype, which means it cannot be broken by ninja. It just deals 1 net damage and then trashes my ice.
Okay.
So how many cards do you have in hand? You have 3?
3.
Okay, so I'm just going to grab... Oh, yeah, that works. Putting them out on the table, shuffle up. I want this one. So I'm going to pop that in your heap, and you can flip it if you
No
like.
top draw. Okay, I see how it is.
I want the middle one. All right, so you can flip that over. Let's find out what we lost.
Something I was really hoping for.
Yeah, happy to take out the account siphon. So that is data mine. It drops into the archives. I trash it after going. Now you have the option. You can access this card, or you can trigger bank job, but you cannot do both.
Take any number of credits. I mean, I'm so poor, but...
Oh, I mean, the smart thing is to take 8 credits. Unless that's an agenda, then you want to take it. But agendas are often advanced. They've got little tokens on them.
Okay, well then I'll take my 8 credits.
Yeah, being at 1 credit, you definitely...
Boom.
Yeah, being at 1 credit, you definitely want a bank job. All right, you got a 4th click though.
I do. Well, I guess I should just make a run on this open remote server.
Run in last click. All right. You go for it? You access?
Yeah. Oh, I do.
Snare.
Oh.
If snare is accessed from R&D, the runner must reveal it. If you pay 4 credits when the runner accesses snare, do 3 net damage and give the runner 1 tag. You have 2 cards in hand. I spend 4, and you're dead. That's game over. Let's shuffle up and do it again, hey?
Yeah, let's go.
Good game.
Yeah, no, that was fun. You got me.
I mean, that's what Jinteki does, and that's why I said, don't run last click. Oh, that's cool.
But you were so open. But no, I mean that was too easy. When you had that, what was it? The data core mine. Yeah, it was just like a tickle. I should have known there was nothing good back there.
Yeah, the idea was to net damage you 1 time and run you into the snare. I mean, you had the bank job, so I was fairly certain it wasn't going to work, but that's what happens. Alright, so I've drawn 5. That's an interesting hand. I'm gonna keep it. No, I'm not gonna keep it. I can't keep that. I'm gonna mulligan that. Okay. So there's a cool thing where you can apparently just flip all cards in hand. I didn't realize that. Just with 1 command on the bottom. Alright. Mulligan hand. Okay. Alright. That's what we got. Oh, sorry. Did you want a mulligan?
I think I better, yeah. Do I have to put these back in the deck before I mulligan?
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense that I would have to do that.
Drop you back down to 5.
Cool.
Okay, so you got your mulligan hand. I'm off to starting. Okay, so I have mandatory drawn. We are going to install a piece of ice, install a remote server, and take a credit. So there's a bit of wisdom when you only have one piece of ice to install, depending on who you're playing against. If you're playing against a criminal, you ice HQ because of account siphon. If you're playing against a shaper, you ice R&D because of Maker's Eye.
Right.
If you're playing against an Anarch, you're probably screwed. No, you ice R&D then.
Cool. My turn?
Your turn, sir.
Okay, I'll click and play easy mark and just get 3.
Nice. So it's cool that dropping the credits on it figures it out.
Yeah, I love that. It's like, yeah, it's actually a little secret bag that just
Shows
has
its
a
amount.
little. Yeah, very cool.
Oh, I'll put your memory.
Yeah,
back.
this has got to be the second nicest mod I've ever seen.
Ooh, what's the nicest mod you've ever seen?
Twilight Imperium 4 is the greatest mod ever created.
Oh, do you play that a lot,
Tabletop
Justin?
Simulator. A bit.
A bit?
This Friday, I'll be playing in a tournament that will be streamed on another channel. You can catch me noon Mountain Daylight Time.
You should send me the link, and I'll put it on the YouTube in the
Nice.
in the show notes.
Let's do that. Yeah. But yeah, TI4 is the most advanced TTS mod ever created.
Exciting.
Prove me wrong. But in what click is it? No, I'm fully in control of this game.
One click, just for your easy mark. You still got 3 clicks. You're good to go.
Oh yeah. Oh, I got it. Okay.
One thing I
Do
love.
one click. Sure, go ahead.
One thing I love so much about this game is just the mind games that you can play.
It is, yeah. I mean, I loved that play last round. I mean, that was hook, line, and sinker. I'll never be that breezy about it ever again.
All right, so you played a special order. I'm just gonna pull this out so that people can see it.
Totally.
Event: search your stack for an icebreaker, reveal it, and add it to your grip. Shuffle your stack. So for 1 credit, you're going and looking for something.
Yeah.
You've got 3 icebreakers in your deck that you can. Well, 4 icebreakers in your deck you can choose from. Aurora is your fractor, breaks barriers. Femme Fatale.
Ninja.
Yeah, so Ninja is the killer that we saw last time, breaks sentries. Femme Fatale is also a killer, but it costs 9 credits. It's good for late game stuff to just bypass something scary. And then you have Crypsis, which is very expensive and click intensive, but it can break anything because it's an AI icebreaker. In the starter set for Criminal, it fills the role of your decoder.
Oh, right, I have to reveal it. I'm just taking a ninja.
Grab the ninja. Cool.
Okay. Oh man. Is there a hand limit? 5?
Hand limit is 5.
Okay. Okay, I'll take a credit and draw a card.
Cool. Hey Justin, have you seen Gens in my dice on Skyhammer Dice?
Oh yeah, I've been meaning to message you about it. I honestly, your red and black one, I was gonna buy that, and it moved so quick. Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
it was so cool. So for anybody who hasn't
Yeah.
heard yet, those three sets that we made, three Halloween inspired sets, Geist, Pumpkin Fog, and Eternal Thirst. We put them in
Eternal Thirst.
Yeah, we put them in
Yeah.
Rolling Tales, a local comic book shop, and two of them sold on Saturday, and the third one sold Monday morning.
Congratulations, that's so wicked. And well deserved. They're gorgeous dice.
Thank you. All three of those designs were gens. My first design going up for sale just came out of the pot Sunday night. It is Dune inspired.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is that the purple and gold one?
No, these ones.
Oh.
Oh, that was another gen one. Mine haven't gotten any pictures on social media yet, but I'm gonna call them the Dice Melange.
Oh, that's wicked. Do they have like a blue iridescence to them or something like?
Oh,
Oh
they
yeah,
do.
of course.
Oh, they do.
That's sick.
There's a little
Very
hint
nice.
of gold in them. I was trying to make it look like a little bit of a sandstorm, but it's blue on blue, shiny, and I'm gonna ink them in like a really nice light blue as well to do the Fremen
Gorgeous.
eye look. Yeah.
So are you going to be retailing them only?
We might sell some
now?
directly.
Okay.
We might sell some through Rolling Tales. We don't know yet.
Nice. Okay.
Okay, so at the end of your turn, before my turn starts, I'm going to spend 2 credits to res a pad campaign.
Mm-hmm.
And then my turn begins.
Oh, nice.
Gain 1 credit when your turn begins. So if you look at the timing structure, there's got to move the whole screen over so people can see it. There's a phase during your discard phase at 2.2 where non-ice cards can be rezzed. So that is the point where I res my pad campaign. So when my turn starts, I get a credit. Turn starts, I get a credit from the pad campaign. Oh, and let's talk about the pad campaign for a second. In the bottom right corner, it's got a little trash can symbol with 4 on it. If you run on this server, access that card and spend 4 credits, you can trash my pad campaign. Alright, mandatory draw. Ooh. Okay. So, we're going to take a credit, install, and then I'm going to spend a credit to... What do they have? Oh, I guess it would just be... Yeah, there you go. I'm going to advance this card. So, for
Nice.
me to score an agenda, I need to advance it a number of times equal to its advancement cost. And then I can flip it on my turn and score it. Usually, like, agendas will be 3 advancements for 1 point, 4 advancements for 2 points, and 5 advancements for 3 points. But you're playing against Jinteki, so it could be a trap.
It feels like a trap. But yeah, you're all in my head about traps now, so it's like, oh, I'm just going to advance agendas.
That's all right. So yeah, you have you have many opportunities. My deck is completely open.
Yeah, you're looking a little soft.
Yeah, my pad campaign is open for you to trash for 4. I've got an advanced card and 1 piece of ice. People
Okay.
at home, you can see my hand.
Or people watching the stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, as if I'd stream snipe. I'll do this. I'll play an event, Forged Activation Orders, and I'd just like to know what that ice is.
Oh, oof. Okay, so forged.
Or you can
activation
trash
orders.
it.
Yeah, I can trash it. Choose an unres piece of ice. The court must either res that ice or trash it. I will trash it, which means it goes face down into archives.
Cool. And then I will make a run on HQ.
Oh, dang. You sure you're making a run on HQ on my hand? That's where you want to go?
Yes.
All right. You may access one of these cards. Alright, that is... Oof! An agenda. You steal that. So you put that in your score area. I don't know if you can control it, but yeah, it goes over there. But then, Jinteki's ability, whenever an agenda is scored or stolen, deal 1 net damage. So I get to pop one card out of your hand. Alright, we're going to go with the top one this time. So I'm going to flip it.
Please don't be the one I need. Oh. That's one of the ones I needed.
I mean,
yes.
I don't have any ice right now, so...
I know, that's why I was so excited to still have it. Okay. Oh no! Sorry, will you let me do something in a slightly different order?
Sure, what do you need?
Sorry, I thought this was an event, not a hardware.
Oh, yeah,
So will you just let me reorder my clicks? So that would technically have been my second click,
run on the third
and then
click.
I would have done the run. And I will spend 1 credit to expose this card.
Oh, yeah, I see. Because it needed the successful run on HQ.
Exactly, yeah, that was the reasoning behind all that.
Alright, we expose it, and oof, Project Junebug. So, Project Junebug can be advanced. If you pay 1 credit when the runner accesses Project Junebug, do 2 net damage for each advancement token on Project Junebug.
A trap indeed.
It was a trap. Alright, that was 4th click?
Yep.
Cool.
Oh,
you know what? Lemuria Codecracker, the way it's worded, can be installed and still activated on the 3rd. Like, you could install it on the 3rd click. It is true that you made a successful run on HQ this turn. The text didn't need to be in play when you made the run.
Oh, really? Okay, so I could have still done that as my 3rd click and maintained... And then would the 4th click be doing the expose?
That's correct, yeah.
Okay, so, okay.
Still would have worked.
Nice. Nice. Well...
Yeah, no, but that's definitely a good read because a lot of games are like that. The card needs to be active before it can be triggered, but in this case... This one.
Right, that run on HQ is just floating there waiting to still be exploited.
Yeah.
Cool.
Alright, my turn. So I gain 1 credit, mandatory draw. Cool. First click is a draw. Okay.
Does this go back down?
Yeah, it goes face down and stays face down until I trash it. Or you trash it. 3rd click, I'm going to install a piece of ice over HQ.
Okay.
Here go. Wait, did I... I think I drew 1, and then I installed, so I still do have another click, which will just be a credit. Here you go.
Okay. I'm gonna draw a card.
Oh man, okay, so I totally explained traces wrong. The corporation acts first during a trace, openly spending any number of credits to increase trace strength. The runner has the opportunity to openly spend credits to increase link strength. The runner's base link, yada yada yada, the runner increases. After the runner finishes, if the trace strength exceeds the link strength. So you just need to match your link to my trace. It's only a blind one in Psy games, which is what I was thinking, not traces.
Oh, I gotcha, okay.
Yeah. So, sorry people watching.
Okay, I'm gonna do a click and spend 3 and put Desperado down.
Ooh, Desperado.
Increase my memory 1.
Mm-hmm. Desperado, +1 memory, gain 1 credit whenever you make a successful run. Ooh, and you got a space for a console. Oh, yeah.
Oh, should I put it there?
Yeah. I mean, it's got a pretty mat for it, but it's because there's only.
I will
one
respect
console.
the mat.
I mean,
I see.
You're a dirty criminal Netrunner, so I mean. I'll play in my rules over here.
Got it. I will just. Oh man, poor. Do I want to be poor?
Desperado gets you money.
I know. That can be pounds. Or just run on that. Useless there.
Oh, that's an interesting thing that we got to do. When you run on R&D, I don't get to see what you see, so we'll have to like put it in your secret box.
Sure. Oh man. I think I will just run on this, spend the 4 credits, and trash it.
All right. So you run,
And then gain a credit back.
We've actually forgotten a thing. Okay.
Okay.
You made a successful run on HQ. Gabe's ability is that you gain 2 credits, so you should be at 3 right now. So last turn,
wicked.
Yeah, when you ran on HQ, you gain that 2.
The first time, yeah, okay. Well, that's even better.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had 4, and then my console, and then Gabe. So yeah, ending at 3, and I'm trashing pad.
Burp, burp, burp. Pad campaign trashed. Cool. All right. And your last click?
My last click. I think I just need a credit.
Sounds good. All right. So I don't get my pad campaign credit. Draw a card with my or mandatory. First click is to draw a card. Okay. Second click is to install a piece of ice in front of the June bug. Third click is to play a hedge fund. Spend 5, gain 9. So that's just plus 4 credits.
Must be nice.
Yeah, that's the end of it.
Right. Spend a click to draw a card. And then I'll spend a click to infiltrate and expose this card.
Ooh, it's a cell portal. Oh, sorry. I'll let you read that.
Well, that's great.
It does nothing right now, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't even need programs to break that?
You don't.
Or get past it at least?
There's
Okay.
no benefit for me to res that. All it does is make you encounter the first piece of
Right.
the second time.
Yeah, you want to get me in the whirly-dirly,
Yeah.
where I'm just... Yeah, got
Again,
it.
that's one thing I love about this game. You spent 2 turns not running HQ because I had that piece of ice, which did
Because
nothing.
I was afraid.
Yeah,
Well, I'm going to run HQ.
absolutely, and I'm not gonna res. So you get past this ice. You can choose to jack out, but there's really no reason to.
No, I'm jacking in.
And you gain 3 credits. 2 for Gabe, 1 for Desperado, and
No, so, sorry, I'll just get the Desperado one. It's the first time you make a successful run on HQ.
each turn you haven't.
Oh,
run
each
HQ.
turn. Yeah, read the whole phrase. Thank you.
There you go. Any one of those. I don't even know which is which. I don't know which is which. You got 3 points for you.
Nice. How many do I need to win?
You need 7 points. You're at 5.
All right.
Please take a net
right.
damage.
Oh, sure. Oh, here. I just realized I can shuffle with this little button here.
Yeah.
So you can just pull whichever one you like from my hand.
Oh, There it is. Ninja.
Yep. Not great, not terrible. Well, I'll just run on HQ again with my last click.
Okay. I don't res. You gain 1 credit from Desperado. Shuffle those up.
Pointer.
Here, I'll put them out. I'll put them out again.
Nice, nice.
There you go. Junebug. It does nothing out of there, so you can trash it for 0. It only does net damage if it's advanced.
Yep.
All right. So mandatory draw. Okay, so first click, I'm going to install a card in this remote server, trashing the Project Junebug. Second click, I will advance it, and then third click, I'll take a credit. Here you go.
Thanks. I'll run on HQ.
Okay, no res. So, shuffle these up. We got 2 cards for you. That's game. I will spend 4. And I shall deal 3 net damage to you.
Come on. Oh,
Justin,
man.
Justin, I was so excited when you ran my hand. I had 2 snares.
Oh,
and
man.
you took
That's
my
brutal.
3-pointer.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, God. That's why I love Jinteki, because I was so behind for so long, but if you don't draw cards... See, so this was the perfect opportunity for me, right? You're on 1 card. So if you want to be safe from snares, you have to draw at least for 2 of your clicks.
Yep. Well, yeah. Once again, I stepped in it.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. But yeah, I had the tempo to not do that. I had time to not do that.
You
I just got too excited.
Yeah, like this turn should have been draw 2 cards, run R&D, draw 1 more card. Like that would have been the turn that I would suggest.
Yeah.
And because I knew that, I was trying to score out an agenda.
Right.
R&D, if you'd run it, you just would have seen an ice, which is good. You would then know that a neural katana was coming.
Totally. Oh, that's
Next
cool.
one, precognition. So I'd be able to look at the top 5 cards of my deck and put them in any order, which means I'd be able to.
Okay.
There was no agendas coming, so I would have pulled the hedge fund and yeah.
Damn. Oh, well, that was cool.
That was super good. That was like peak Netrunner. That was excellent.
Yeah, no, that was fun.
Oh god, it could be anything. It could be anything. Thank God. He
Yeah,
hit my
no,
snare.
I should have just chilled. Well, that's okay. I'm still figuring out the tempo, but yeah, I totally had initiative there to be a little more patient.
Yeah, and that's just stuff you learn.
Oh, totally. No, that was great.
Yeah. So, what did you think of Criminal?
I like them. They're easy. I see how they play now. Definitely. I just need to. I feel like the anarchist one might be more my tempo. Because I just need to get that pinhole and then just rip it open.
Yeah. Oh, Anarch is so good. So they've got parasites which burn away ice. Like you put them on the ice, and every turn they get a virus counter which reduces the ice's strength by 1. As soon as the strength goes to 0, the ice is trashed.
Wicked.
So you can just eat away at servers. And then Noise's other ability is that anytime he plays a virus, the corp trashes the top card of their deck. So it's like a free R&D access because, oh no, my Project Junebug ends up face down in the archives. So you just play viruses and mill my deck, and eventually you run and access 3 cards and see what they are.
Very cool. If I pull agendas from R&D, do I get them or do they just get trashed?
You steal
do
them.
I get them?
Yeah, as soon as you access it.
Okay.
Like, there you go. So next card up right there, if you ran R&D and saw that, you just get it and win the game. But I mean, that was like 8 cards down.
Yeah. Still.
Yeah.
Very cool.
That's Netrunner. Welcome
Nice.
back after many years. Ooh.
Yeah, no,
Feels good.
it has been a while, but no, I remember why I love this game.
It's
It's
just
very cool.
It's so good, and like I said, there were definitely some down points in the meta. Like, one of the regionals that I played in Vancouver was just overrun by what were called prison decks. They were the worst.
Is that a corporate deck?
Yeah, and so like,
Yeah.
what it was you went completely sideways wide. You'd have like 15 remote servers. None of them had ice. And it was just like, the runner's like, I can't trash all of these. It's too expensive. And if I trash them, they shuffle them back into their deck and get them back and do all this stuff. And it was ridiculous.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And I mean, that wasn't as bad as some of the combo decks that were there too, where it was like, I play for 5 turns and then I shuffle my deck until I shuffle my deck and draw cards in an infinite loop until I have the kill combo and you're dead. It was obscene.
And that's just allowed?
Yeah, I mean, they had Fantasy Flight Games had a philosophy of printing silver bullets rather than banning cards.
Okay.
So if like something got through playtesting that they didn't like or it had a bad interaction, they would, like, very quickly in the next month or 2 or whatever, or in the next cycle, they would print a card that would stop that from happening.
Right, yeah. They would develop the card that stifled that combo.
Yeah.
Or stifled that event. Got it.
And there was so much variety that it was really only a problem at high competitive levels. If you were just playing with friends at the local game store, there was the occasional person who always plays a combo deck, but then everybody else is like, I'm just trying out this other thing I want to play.
Right.
One of the best cards printed was something called Jackson Howard, which fixed a major problem in the game. So I'm going way over to the cards and see if I can find it off the top of my head. I think he's in Trace Amount. Like, I think he was in the second set released. No, he must be in the first set released after. Because he fixed such a...
Just Googling him.
Okay, well... Oh, I know how to find him. So, down here, there's a big stack of, like, all of the cards. And so if I just search through this...
Oh, I see.
Come on. There we go. Lots to load. Jackson Howard.
Yeah. It's like 2,000 objects.
Okay. Here he is. The savior of Netrunner. The card that made all corporation decks have 3 less influence because he was an auto-include. 0 to res, 3 to trash, click to draw 2 cards, remove Jackson Howard from the game, shuffle up to 3 cards from archives into R&D. So, a major problem with Netrunner was agenda flood. So if the corporation draws 2 or 3 agendas, they're stuck in their hand. You don't have ice to protect them.
Right.
What do you do with them? So before Jackson Howard came out, you would
just spend all your clicks drawing.
But then you have a maximum hand size, so you have to discard. So anyways, sorry.
Right.
Before Jackson
No
Howard
worries.
came out, you would keep one in hand, you would install one, and you would overdraw so that you would discard one. So that one goes to archives, one's in your hand, and one is
Right.
hopefully out in a remote. But then you draw another agenda and you're screwed. What Jackson Howard does, install,
Lets you res
Res.
those trashed, yeah.
draw 4 cards, pitch all of the agendas, and then shuffle 3 of them back into your deck.
That's awesome.
And he saved the game for corporations.
Yeah, I like it's a decently balanced card though.
Yeah.
I like that the runner immediately knows that you just got a mitt full of agendas and can make their best run on HQ and just take them or take one.
Yeah, well,
That's cool.
if someone reses Jackson and overdraws and shuffles them into R&D, you're like, okay, they don't have agendas there anymore. They probably don't have them out. I'm going to hit R&D 3 times.
Oh, into R&D. Yeah, read the card.
Yeah, so
read
you shuffle them into the deck, and suddenly you know, because there's in a corporation deck, it's roughly, well, it's pretty much always 49 cards. And when you're at 49 cards, you need to have, I think it was 21 agenda points, which usually translates to about 10 agenda cards.
Okay.
So there's an agenda every 4 to 5 cards.
20%, okay.
So if you know that you've been playing this game and they've got 4 pieces of ice out, they've got 5 cards in their hand, and they just shuffled 3 agendas back into their deck, you're pretty likely to hit some.
Cool.
Especially...
And-
yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. Is that all one action? You draw the
Jackson
2
Howard
cards and remove him from the game all in that sequence?
Yeah, so the click symbol is one action.
Yeah.
So you would install for the first action, click for the second and third action to draw 2 cards, and then at the end of your turn you discard down to 5, and then this bolded text is a cost that's paid in a payment window, so it's not a click action. So
Okay.
I say, all right, I discard my cards. At the end of my turn, I remove Jackson Howard from the game and shuffle these cards in before the runner has an opportunity to run on them.
Cool.
Yeah.
I love his turtle. Yeah, it's his toy shop. It's
Yeah. Oh, Jackson Howard is an NBN executive who sells fantastic toys, and then NBN puts monitoring software inside the toys
naturally,
so that they can market to you better.
of course,
So
or blackmail you.
yeah, they do that too. They have a card called Blackmail. No, Blackmail is a runner card, but
Oh, okay. Wicked.
yeah, and like some of the cool things that came out of the core set or that you would expect to see here. Let me pull these cards back. Recall those. Place the core set cards. So I'm back over like where we see all of the cards.
Oh, okay.
And so some of the cool combinations on the corporation side were like you'd play NBN and you would use C-Source. Where's C-Source? Psychographics. There you go. SEA. Play only if the runner made a successful run during his or her last turn. Trace 3. If successful, give the runner 1 tag. So maybe you keep that in NBN and you bring Scorched Earth over. Play only if the runner is tagged. Do 4 meat damage. So you can...
Right. Damn.
Yeah, if you get them down to very few credits, trace them, scorch, they lose. Or
Sure do.
C-Source, bring that into Wayland, who makes all the money. They got Beanstalk Royalties, which is 0 for 3. They've got Hostile Takeover, which is a 1-point agenda that nets them 5 credits.
Cool.
And like a bunch of other ways to get money. Gain 1 credit whenever you play a transaction operation. So Beanstalk Royalties is actually 0 for 4. And hedge fund is actually 5 for 10 instead of 5 for 9.
Right.
So you just sit there and you just build money and build money and build money. And then when you definitely have the economic advantage over the runner, you trace them, scorch them.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Hand management for the runner is so crucial.
Yeah. And then NBN would also be a rush deck. So they'd get a whole bunch of cheap stopping ice, and they'd use this card called Sand City Grid. The advancement requirement of agendas installed in this server is lowered by 1. So then you put on this AstroScript pilot program. Now it's a 2 for 2. So you res your Sand, you install an AstroScript on it, advance, score 2 points. And then that makes your AstroScript have a little token on it that you can put on another agenda to advance it. This was called the Astro Train. Because you score one of these for 2 clicks, and then the next one you can score for 1 click. Because you install and then click and then spend a counter and score it.
Crazy. Very cool.
And so you'd rush and rush and rush. You'd get your 3 Astros out, and then you'd score breaking news, and you would be at 7 points. Which became a lot scarier when NBN got a second 3-2 agenda. The Project Beal agenda.
Where's that?
It is in a later set.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, and then HB also was pretty good at Rush, so they've got Accelerated Beta Test, but importantly, they've got this one, Biotic Labor. Spend 4, gain 2 clicks.
Oh, okay.
So,
wow.
Yeah, you can just turn your money into an extra click. So if you've got 4 clicks on your turn, first click, Biotic Labor. Now you have 4 clicks. Install, triple advance and accelerated beta test. It's gone. 2 points.
Oh.
So Biotic Labor would also show up in NBN decks. And then
even more money.
Yeah, and then over on the runner side, mostly they just trade icebreakers around. Some anarchs or shapers might slot account siphons in to like really throw off the corp.
Nice.
But what you'd often see is data suckers. There we go.
Here it is.
Data sucker. Whenever you make a successful run on a central server, place a virus counter on it, spend the virus counter to get -1 strength on that ice. So that
Wicked.
makes, like, Aurora potentially, efficient.
Right. It's a 4 strength now in a way, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, or like, did clone chips come in the core? They didn't. They came in creation and control. But Aesop's Pawn Shop would be a good one to run in Anarch decks because, like, you could sell off your useless cards and get an extra 3 credits. Oh man, Rabbit Hole! I forgot about my Link decks. Oh, that was so much fun.
Oh yeah. I see what you're saying. How Kate is like, yeah, because your Aesop's Pawn Shop would be great at the end game when you just need to fund your last push to the end.
Yeah, it's like, all right, let me just get an extra 3 credits and trash through.
Nice.
And it's good too, like, for Armitage code busting. So like, you can install it for 1, and then click 5 times to take 10 credits off of it, and then sell it to Aesop's to get 3 credits back instead of the last 2.
Right. Cool. Bank Job too would interact with that.
Bank Job,
right.
exactly.
Yeah.
You take 7 credits off of it and then sell it to Aesop's.
You're gonna say.
Yeah, what I was gonna say, my Link deck. So there was this console. I can't even remember what it was called, but it was from Sunny, who was a neutral runner. She wasn't an Anarch Criminal or Shaper. She was her own faction, and she had this console that when you encountered a piece of ice, you could start a trace, and the corporation traces you. But if you win the trace, you bypass that piece of ice.
Okay, nice.
And so, oh my god, it was so much fun because I would be like, my character starts with 1 or 2 Link. Then I'd put out these rabbit holes, which would get me 3 more Link. And the console gives +1 Link. So I've got Link 6, and you're doing like a trace 3 against me.
You're untaggable.
Yeah, I'm going to skip this ice unless you spend money. That deck was so much fun.
Yeah, that would be... Yeah, I can see that getting into advanced play is way more stimulating, because once you know those core decks, it would become a little cyclical.
Well, the next thing that we should do next time you want to play is we should just build decks using the core set, just with this limited card pool.
Okay.
And come up with something that you would want to play. Or, you know what, before we do that, we could also just switch sides and you could play a corp. And get the
I should probably do that next time, is just figure out the rhythms and get a little bit of experience on that bluff game.
Yeah.
But definitely, I like that idea too. That's might even be something that I might do a bit in my free time, is just hop in the mod and
I mean,
some decks.
I'll send you a link to Netrunner DB. It's the place where pretty much everybody makes decks.
Okay.
And it's just a really, really nicely put together website that has the card database, and there's lots of comments. There's a pretty good community on there as well. And you can preset it to only give you certain card pools. So you can say, just give me the original core.
Okay.
Yeah. Or hop in the mod and play around and look at stuff.
Yeah, well, I like the idea of both because I could use a good start, but I'm such a nerd for TTS. I love just hanging out in TTS and pulling out components of games and just like working through stuff.
Well, and this is a beautiful mod.
Oh gosh, it really is. I mean, definitely best background.
Yeah, look at this. We've got
I've ever seen.
We've got an audience watching us play.
Yeah, that is so wicked.
Hey, look, there's Gabe.
Which mod is it?
This is called the Super Complete Netrunner mod.
Super Complete. Oh yeah, the one with the best rating. That makes sense. I'm just gonna snag that.
And everybody watching, we'd love it if you bought Netrunner, but I'm sorry, you can't. It's not a print. So,
I'd love to support.
Yeah, it's. I think I have 4 copies of the core set. And all of the things that were ever released, plus all of the printables and tons of alt arts and stuff.
So cool. Did you ever host your own little tournament?
Many tournaments.
Oh yeah, okay, awesome.
So when I moved to Vancouver Island, nobody in Nanaimo played Netrunner.
Was that your icebreaker?
It was my icebreaker. I found a store that was interested in me running Netrunner nights, and I claimed Monday nights. And
that's so cool.
There was always 1 or 2 other people there who would play. And then at the height of popularity, we'd have 10 to 12 people just playing Netrunner every Monday night.
You're such a schmoozer.
I know. I just do it.
You can't help it.
I show up and I'm like, hey, so I got this game that I love. And I want you to love it so that I have people to play with. And the store was really supportive. The 2 owners, one of them got really into it, and he was playing Jinteki all the time.
Nice.
And then They brought in the tournament kits, and we ran tournaments, and I got first place a lot.
I bet.
But then, actually, one of the things that happened was, like, the first month that I moved to Vancouver Island was the Nationals in Vancouver. And I was like, well, I really want to go, and this is the first time that I could go to a national because it's in Vancouver and not Toronto, and now I'm only a ferry away. And Jen was like, well, you have to do it. So
Totally.
took the ferry over. It was at like an anime con, and so like I got a ticket for the anime con, which paid for the tournament as well, and walked through, checked out the cosplay, and then just showed up. And I didn't know anybody there. Actually, one person came up to me and was like, hey, you're Merrick. And I'm like, how do you know me?
What?
But we had Facebook friends in common because they like played with people in Edmonton. But I just kind of played with all these people and got to know some of the people. And they were like, oh, you just moved to Vancouver Island? You need to meet these people. And then suddenly,
Very cool.
You know, I got top 16, so people took notice of me. And one of the guys lived in Lanceville, just north of Nanaimo. And this guy, David, my God, basically the best Netrunner player I have ever seen. I got so much better just playing against him.
Totally, yeah, that's how it goes.
But he top forward every tournament he went to. Nice. No matter the level. He was so good.
That's cool.
Yeah, and so, and once he and I became friends, like, we would go to the mainland or down to Victoria and carpool for tournaments, and we'd figure out decks together, and he'd come over and we'd play Netrunner on my kitchen table.
Hell yeah. I mean, that's what I love about all these kinds of games, is the community is always so sick, and it makes for fast friends, and everyone's so supportive and just willing to just open up their doors and let you in. It's so cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, playing with good players makes you a better player. Like,
it does.
TI, like with Twilight Imperium, it's the same thing. Like I was usually the best player with all of my friends, and then once I started playing with the expanded community out there, you realize just how much deeper the game goes and how far you can take it when you start going through those collaborations and, you know, friendly competitions. It's so great.
I mean, my biggest pride for Twilight Imperium is that I've played with you twice, and you've won both times, but I got second place both times.
That's true. That's true. And I mean, oh man. Well, yeah, I tend to take care of my neighbors because it's the only way to not get eaten. But there was that other game. I wish we finished that game where we had to call it early, and you were sending your whole fleet into me, and it was gonna. I forget. I was Yin, and were you Yin? Anyways,
I don't even remember.
We just had two massive fleets pointed at one another, and we'd been playing so nice, and it was like, okay, now let's decide who's winning this game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So good.
Yeah. Yeah, but thank you very much for playing some Netrunner with me tonight.
Yeah, let's do it again. I like that. I have a lot to think about now, so...
This game, it has so much depth, and what I want to do, if you are into it, is slowly build our card pool. Like, let's relive the release of Netrunner.
Totally, yeah. Look at all these sets that we have to learn.
Yeah, there's so much. And so, like, we can be like, okay, we played a couple of games with the core set. Let's pop in What Lies Ahead, the very first data pack, and, like, just play with these and see what we want to do. And, like,
totally.
That'd be so much fun. Oh, and then a Study in Static would come out. So, like...
A Study in... That sounds very Lovecraftian.
Oh, I always thought of it as...
or even...
Sherlock.
Sherlock, sorry, yeah. A Study in Static is definitely an... it's the first ever Sherlock book.
Yeah, Study in Pink, was it? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think you might be right. Yeah.
But,
first.
Oh, that's why. It's because it gets Oversight AI. God, I love that card. But one of the really cool sets is after creation and control getting into this cycle with opening moves, second thoughts, mala tempora, true colors, fear and loathing, and then double time. So these are cool, specifically because you get the chess pieces. These are Kaisa programs.
Okay.
Oh, they're so good. So they're programs that you place on enemy ice, and then they move from ice to ice when you need them to. And they do different things. So like the bishop reduces strength of ice. The pawn will get you cash when it finally like kings itself. They're so good.
That's
so
awesome.
Funny.
It's like another mini game to play.
Yeah, and they were pretty janky. Like they weren't. It was never something that was game breaking. Like it was never top of the meta. But God, I played the hell out of them.
Yeah, I mean, gotta have its experimental phase.
This is the one that people loved. I just put it out. It's called the Rook. The res cost of each ice protecting the server is increased by 2.
Sorry, where did you put it?
How do I ping? It's down. Yeah, right
with
over
tab.
Here. Ah,
okay.
There you go. So it's got that big block of text, which is its things, but the res cost of each ice protecting the server is increased by 2. So like, I love it because it was so mean.
That is mean.
And then you'd pair it with Reina Roja.
Good way to...
who just automatically increases res cost by 1.
Right. Okay, nice. Now your corporate income tax is up for real now. I like that.
Yeah. Anyways, anything else you want to say before we sign off? I'll say a bunch of things about podcasts and whatnot, but
sure. Not much. There is a Twilight Imperium tournament going on right now this weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Most of the games start around noon Mountain Time, and really TI is at this level of play. It's 8 to 12 hours per game. So tune in anytime and see where things are at.
Nice.
They'll be hosted on Space Cats Peace Turtles Twitch. I'll be playing on Friday, and I could definitely use the support because it's an invitational tournament for the top 36 players to have ever played TI in the Space Cats Peace Turtle tournaments over the last 3 years. So
dang,
it's all top players, and it's very, very intense. So hope you guys can make it.
Well done for qualifying and being invited.
Thank you. It is an honor to be among the top 36.
Yeah.
I mean, very, very cool. But I've had some good games over the years.
Send me the spelling and whatnot for the Twitch channel, and I'll link it on YouTube.
Certainly will.
And I'll get this video up on YouTube on Thursday so that people can see this and whatnot. That's cool. Yeah, and otherwise, subscribe to us on Twitch at twitch.tv/massive-damage-adventures. Subscribe on YouTube because we need more subscribers over there on YouTube.
Heck yeah.
What do we got going on? We just released the Iron Kingdoms RPG 2012 on Massive Damage Adventures, the podcast. We did a one-shot with that. And then we did a review game of Iron Kingdoms Requiem, which is using the 5th edition rules. And that just came out. Our Rise of the Ancients D&D podcast on Massive Damage Campaigns is wrapping up its 2nd season this Friday. So that'll be cool. And then we'll have a retrospective of that coming out soon. And then I'll probably be putting the Star Trek Adventures games on the podcast. So if you don't want to watch the video, if you just want to listen to it, it's going to be available in the next month. And next thing up would be Tales from the Loop, November 1st. That'll be coming soon. So yeah, also check out our dice on Instagram at Skyhammer Dice.
Definitely look at those dice. They are gorgeous.
Ooh. All right, well, thank you for watching our game and hanging out. Have a good night or day or whatever time it is.
Take care.
Goodbye.